You think you know a prison escape story? This one is different. This isn't about a smuggled file in a cake or a daring climb over a wall. This is about patience, precision, and an almost impossible feat of engineering. The location was a maximum security prison, a fortress designed to be inescapable. The men inside were facing life sentences, with nothing but time on their hands. And they decided to use that time not to plan a riot or a hostage situation, but to become architects. Underground architects. For months, they worked in absolute secrecy. Their tool? A stolen spoon, worn down to a sharp point. Their canvas? The concrete floor beneath their cell. They would chip away only during the loudest moments, yard time, meal chaos, muffling the sound with a blanket. The rubble? They'd hide it in their pockets and scatter it in the prison yard, bit by bit, day by day. But this wasn't just a hole. This was a master plan. The tunnel had to be precise. It needed to be deep enough to avoid seismic sensors, long enough to reach beyond the prison walls, and it had to have structural integrity. They shored it up with wood stolen from the workshop. They installed a crude ventilation system using stolen pipes and a small fan. They even had a pulley system to remove dirt. The most audacious part? The exit point. They couldn't just pop up in the middle of a field. Their tunnel terminated in a calculated spot, a blind spot between two guard towers, just beyond the perimeter fence, hidden by thick brush. The night of the escape was a masterpiece of timing. They waited for a storm, knowing the rain would mask any noise and keep guards indoors. One by one, they vanished into the earth beneath their own cell. Through a tunnel that was a monument to human desperation and ingenuity. They crawled for what felt like miles in the damp, dark earth, and emerged into the rainy night, free men. They were eventually recaptured, of course. The manhunt was massive. But for those few hours, they had done the impossible. They didn't just escape a prison, they outsmarted an entire system, not with brute force, but with the slow, steady grind of a spoon. It makes you wonder. What could you achieve if you channeled that same relentless focus? Maybe not a prison break, but something else. Something just as extraordinary.